There was a time when K-pop soloists barely touched the American mainstream. Groups could dominate globally. But solo artists, especially female soloists, that was a different story. Now, suddenly, two women from the same group have done what almost nobody thought was possible. Jennie and Rosé are now the only female K-pop soloists in history to score a top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. And the craziest part, this doesn't just say something about BLACKPINK. It says something about the entire future of global pop music. To understand why this is historic, you first need to understand what the Billboard Hot 100 actually represents. This isn't just a fan vote. The Hot 100 combines streaming, music, sales, radio airplay, and overall public consumption in the United States, which means reaching the top 10 usually requires something bigger than fandom alone. It means the song escaped the K-pop bubble and entered mainstream American culture. That's why this achievement is so rare, especially for female soloists from Korea. ROS became the first female K-pop soloist to ever enter the Billboard Hot 100 top 10 with APT, alongside Bruno Mars. And the song didn't just chart, it exploded. The track became a global crossover hit. TikTok, streaming platforms, radio, clips everywhere. It felt less like a K-pop release and more like a worldwide pop culture event. Rosé's success proved something important. A female K-pop soloist could genuinely compete inside the Western mainstream, not as a novelty, not as a trend, but as a real global pop artist. Then came Jennie, and instead of repeating Rosé's path, she built a completely different kind of success. Her rise wasn't only about one viral explosion. It was about consistency, multiple charting songs, strong streaming numbers, fashion influence, brand power, cultural visibility. Jennie became the first female K-pop soloist to chart 3 songs simultaneously on the Hot 100. Then, finally, she joined Rosé in the top 10 club, which changed the conversation completely. Because once something happens twice, people stop calling it luck. And honestly, this might be the most insane part of the entire story. Both of these achievements came from members of the same group. That almost never happens. Most music groups rely heavily on group identity, but BLACKPINK created something different. Each member feels like their own global brand. Rosé has her emotional indie pop image. Jennie has luxury fashion dominance and effortless star power. Lisa dominates performance culture. Jisoo carries elegance and classic celebrity appeal. Together they're a group. Separately, they still feel massive. That level of individual branding is incredibly rare in entertainment history. For years, people debated whether K-pop could truly survive in Western music long-term. But what's happening now feels different. Because this isn't only about groups anymore. It's about individuals. And once solo artists begin succeeding globally, the industry changes permanently. It means future K-pop idols may no longer need to depend entirely on group activity to become worldwide stars. Jennie and Rosé may have quietly opened a completely new lane for the next generation. And the scary part, this might only be the beginning. What started as 4 girls from a K-pop group has turned into something much bigger. Not just music success, not just fandom power, but cultural influence strong enough to reshape what global pop stardom looks like. And now, Jennie and Rosé officially share a place in Billboard history. The question is no longer whether BLACKPINK members can succeed alone. Now the question is, how far can they actually go?